Ooh, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, how you doing? How's your mama? How's your family? I'm doing great. Let's get back to the Bedtime MMA side of things. Predicting every UFC champion in 2025. I'm going to do mine as well, along with him. I'm going to see where we agree, where we disagree. I'm assuming this is for the end, by the end of 2025. Right? So, without further ado, let's get into it. Like, comment, subscribe, help with that algorithm. Get down in the comments. Let me know who's going to be the champion in each division. Who's going to be your who are your champions this time in 2025? I'm going to let Bedtime MMA take it away. I'm going to react like only I could do.
Bedtime crew. Hey, man, listen.
I got mine in the dome right here.
I am here to do what every YouTuber is going to be doing. I mean, it's the end of the year. It's December. It's near Christmas time. It's time to pop open some Sprite cranberries and, celebrate 2024 and look forward to 2025. Everyone's going to be posting these. I want to do mine today. I'm going to be talking about who I think is going to be UFC champion in 2025. Flyweight up to heavyweight. I'm trying not to laugh at Sprite Cranberry. But let's get into this, dude. I feel like most people are going to have similar picks. These are my opinions. Let me know yours in the comments down below. Starting off in the flyweight division. I mean,
Pantoja for me.
Come on, man.
I think he's going to be champion until he doesn't want to be champion.
Too easy. I got to pick Pantoja, dude. I don't think Royval is going to fucking beat him if he gets another title shot. I don't think Manel Kape or Kai Kara France, I'm assuming they're going to fight each other and the winner's going to get a title shot. I don't think either of them beats him. I think they all do well against Pantoja. I don't want that to be misconstrued or, mistaken. Like, I'm not saying that Pantoja's so goated he just destroys all these guys. Like, they're all going to be good fights for him. They're all tough matchups for him, but I really don't see fucking anybody in this division beating Alexandre Pantoja. There's nobody that I look at and I'm like, yeah, this is going to be the guy to beat him, I thought maybe it would be Asakura or Makayev. Makayev's currently delivering for fucking Uber. Tatsuro Taira got fraud checked by Tatsuro. Not really fraud checked, but he lost to Royval. He's going to be out of the title picture. Probably going to have to win one or two more fights and then get a title shot maybe in 2026. So he might be the guy. But right now, when I look at 2025, I don't see fucking anybody beating Pantoja, dude.
Nope.
I think he's going to fight twice in 2025. Probably beat Royval again in a trilogy. And then defend the belt against Manel Kape or Kai Kara France at the end of the year. That's what Pantoja fucking does, dude. So I'm not picking anybody else to beat him. I think Pantoja is going to be champion by the end of the year in 2025. And we're going to be talking about a potential flyweight GOAT replacement in the conversation. He might end up higher than Mighty Mouse because he has beaten better competition. I'm just going to be... He's beaten better competition. And if he gets to like
I was crazy when
6 or 7 title defenses against higher level competition, we might have to put him in the like if Figueiredo comes down and Pantoja beats him as well, dog, you got to start putting him in that convo, okay? Now, moving on to the bantamweight division. I'm going to be picking Jose. I'm picking Umar Nurmagomedov, bro.
I don't want to get too far into it. Fuck it. I'm picking Merab Dvalishvili. I think Merab Dvalishvili will be champion this time next year. I think he's going to beat Umar Nurmagomedov. And I think he's going to beat Sean O'Malley. When Sean O'Malley comes back, I think he's going to be Sean O'Malley or Sean O'Malley / Peter Yan again. And he's going to be champion by this time, 2025. I think he beats Umar Nurmagomedov. I don't want to get too far into it. I think he beats Umar Nurmagomedov because in Umar's last 2 fights, very, very interesting fights. We saw him fight Corey Sandhagen. Corey Sandhagen winning scrambles on the ground, breaking Umar's body triangle, not allowing Umar to get dominant positions often, if at all. I remember Umar, at the end of the rounds, he'll finally get that takedown, get that position, and hold it there to secure that round. Wasn't very successful on the ground against Corey Sandhagen. The fight before that, I forgot who it was. It was UFC debut, short notice guy. Very, very interesting fight. But those tend to be interesting, kind of how like Islam versus Arman Sarukian was. Short notice, UFC debut. Don't really know who he is, but I think Merab Dvalishvili's pressure and pace will decrease Umar's striking output. I think Umar will be on the back foot. I think he'll be faster. I think Umar will be on the back foot. And I think Merab will be forcing clinch situations and grappling situations and winning key scrambles. A lot of people think he's going to KO him. Well, damn, if O'Malley couldn't, I'm not going to put my eggs in the basket that Umar can. Maybe he can, but nah, I'm not doing it. So, my pick is Merab Dvalishvili.
I'm picking Umar Nurmagomedov. Now, listen, dude.
Oh my goodness. Oh, Bailey. Oh, Bailey. What the fuck is that? Oh, you gonna double up on me like that, you too? Oh, you too. Don't do me like, oh, we good.
It really comes down to who wins Merab versus Umar, right? And I do think Merab's gonna do like good in that matchup, dude. Look at the fucking UFC website. This cunt's literally yapping on the fucking website. This guy can't even let me look at the website without yapping my foot. Hey guys, I win the belt, and Umar, you have to be man, bro.
You have to be man first, okay?
You know, I don't know what the fuck
Man,
this
don't
guy was
talk
talking about at the press conference, but
online.
regardless,
You
I
have
think
to be
Umar's
man
gonna get him
first.
up out of there. I think Umar's gonna beat him. He's gonna school him on the feet. I think he's gonna have some moments of being out grappled by Merab, but I honestly think that Umar Nurmagomedov is like clean enough of a striker to beat him on the feet. Pause. The way that O'Malley was able to in some moments, and other guys have been able to rock Merab and hurt him on the feet. And I also
Not
think
putting my
Umar's
eggs in that basket
grappling is
anymore.
so much better than all of those guys that he's going to be well-rounded enough to beat Merab Dvalishvili and win the belt at UFC 311. I think I can just see the cutscene of Umar and Islam with the belts together, and Hasbulia is there for some reason. You know what I mean, dude? Like, why can I just see a UFC 5 cutscene of Umar and Islam and Hasbulia and Khabib in the brother? We're gonna brother, we win these belts, brother. Hey, if you don't like this, okay, go watch like BFL, brother. But we all win these belts. But that's my opinion on it. And I think at the end of the year, you're getting the winner of this versus Sean O'Malley coming off the couch. I genuinely think.
I really want to
see.
see Sean O'Malley versus Petey on 5 rounds. Oh, that's my dream bantamweight fight.
It's going to be Umar fighting for the belt. Umar's going to beat Merab for the belt. And then O'Malley's going to get an Israel Adesanya, Conor McGregor type title shot coming off the injury, coming off the loss, straight back into the title fight because it was close, apparently, in the first fight.
Apparently.
And I don't think he beats either of these guys. I think O'Malley could beat Merab, but I don't think he beats Umar Nurmagomedov. Like, I would never have picked Sean O'Malley to beat Umar. And I think like it's like a rock, paper, scissors where Umar beats Merab, in my opinion, and Umar beats O'Malley. I guess it's not really rock, paper, scissors. Like, they all just, they all just lose to Umar. But no, what I mean is, like, I would pick O'Malley to beat Merab, but I wouldn't pick Merab to beat Umar. But I don't know, dude. You get what I'm saying. I think Umar beats Merab and beats O'Malley this year. I don't think anyone else is getting a title shot. If I had to say any other option, I would say Merab. Like, it's going to be either Umar or Merab. Whoever wins that fight in January is probably going to be champion by the end of the year. Let's move on to the featherweight division. Really fucking obvious. I think it's going to be Topuria. This guy's not going up to 155. You guys are pissing me off with these comments because this guy...
He's going to go there. Don't get it fucked up. I know what you mean. He's not going to go up there and fight Charles while he's the champion. Like, I agree with that. But he will go up to 155 at some point.
Is literally one of the most delusional fuckers in the UFC. People genuinely believe this guy, that he got on it. First of all, it wasn't him. His coach gets on it. I didn't even know this guy had a coach. His coach gets on an interview and says, yeah, dude, Topuria walks around at 190, dude. Yeah, and he's moving up to lightweight and he's fighting Charles Oliveira in Miami. First and foremost, there's no fucking way this guy who's 5'7" weighs more than Israel Adesanya walking around. There's no way this guy weighs more than fucking Colby Covington and Islam Makhachev walking around. That's number one, dude. Okay, you're not Paddy Pimblett, bro. So you're going down to 145 again.
Yeah,
Second of all, Ilia Topuria literally put out a statement saying, no, I'm not vacating the title. I'm not leaving the division. I'm going to, I've conquered the division, but I'm going to... The guy has no idea what he's talking about. He's extremely fucking delusional. We've seen this in other instances.
Gotta have some delusional in this game.
Listen, I do get it. Like, okay, you can knock out... You knocked out Vulcan Max. Okay, bro. That doesn't mean that we just believe...
delusion becomes the truth. That until that delusion becomes reality.
Everything this guy says. I think he's going to stay at 145. I think he's going to stay the featherweight champion. And I think he's going to defend his belt this year against Volkanovski. Jesus Christ, I don't want to watch that. And against the winner of Movsar Evloev versus Diego Lopez, which will probably get made soon. Right? That's what I'm thinking if I was the UFC. I'd say, look, all right, you got to beat Volk again. And then you got to beat Lopez or Evloev. And maybe if he sticks around, he can fight Arnold Allen. But, that's not a big deal. So I think this year, Topuria will defend his belt twice. And I think it's going to be against Volkanovski successfully by KO. And I think it's going to be against Evloev or Lopez, probably by decision against both of those guys. Those guys are pretty tough. So I think he'll beat one of those guys by decision and defend his belt and keep the belt in 2025. It's either going to be, and I know this is like a meme, I'm not trying to rage bait you, but I'm just saying I could see Evloev somehow winning this fight. I will say that it's either Topuria
Not
or
a 25
Evloev
minute.
Marabs this
Not a
fucker and ruins the
5 minute
featherweight
round.
division. Those are your options. I'm going to go with the good ending. Ilia Topuria stays featherweight champion in 2025. Moving on to the
Lightweight gets tricky. I truly believe Islam beats Arman, sits down with Bilal and Habib and Dana. Says there's no hard feelings, but this is for legacy, brother. We have to fight. I need second belt. And they make that fight happen. That's if Bilal, because I think Bilal beats Shavkat. Now if Shavkat wins, well, Islam's going up, right? But I do believe Bilal beats Shavkat, and I think we're at a stalemate. And I think it's going to have to do with Kamaru Usman versus Gilbert Burns type of situation where, yeah, we're locked in, but this is for legacy. So I do believe if Islam's going to go up, right? Because I think Bilal wins, yada, yada, yada. Islam's tired of this, of giving little guys chance. He's tired. He's bored. He's getting bored, guys. He's getting bored. It is what it is. He wants to go up. He wants new challenges. Now, if that doesn't happen, I think it happens. If that doesn't happen, why I have Islam Makhachev being the lightweight champion this time in 2025. If Islam does go up, Islam goes up, ladies and gentlemen. Charlotte do Bronx. do Bronx. Oliveira. I think Charles Oliveira will be your lightweight champion. The young lion will be crowned again. Charlie do Bronx. Or Max Holloway. But I think Charlie do Bronx.
lightweight division. Now, listen, people are not going to agree with me on this, but nobody talks about a lot. Paddy the fucking back. Nah, come on, dude. It's going to be Islam, bro. Come on, bro. Yeah. I don't even have to say shit, dude.
If Islam stays in the division, it's Islam. If Islam moves up, which I think he will, regardless of who's the champion, I think it'll be Charles Oliveira.
Islam is not... here's my thing, dude. I don't think Islam's going to move...
Yes, that means I think Charles will beat Arman in a rematch. Yes.
Move up and become welterweight champion this year. I think it's going to be next year that he moves... not 2025. 2026, I think Islam's going to be moving up to welterweight and then retiring probably. I think in 2025, Islam's going to chill. He's going to defend his belt against Arman Sarukian via very close decision, like 48-47 type shit. Like very, very close decision. And people are kind of like, bro, this, I don't know, man. He might lose to fucking Shavkat Rakhmonov or something. I can really see people buying into that for some reason. And I think he's going to stay at lightweight because Bilal Muhammad will be champion majority of the year. And I think we're going to get Islam defending his belt successfully against, who's in the lightweight division, bro?
It will be Charles Oliveira after Arman.
Hear that?
It will 100% be Charles Oliveira getting a shot after Arman.
Formulated
It'll
to give you
definitely be the rematch.
Charles Oliveira or Max Holloway. One of those two he'll defend his belt against. And that'll be that. I think Islam's going to stay the champion. He's the best fighter in the UFC. He's pound for pound number one. I know why, but I'm glad that at UFC 311 people will start talking about him again. Because every time that someone else has a big title fight, they're like, oh my god, is this guy pound for pound number one? No,
Alex
dude.
didn't.
Islam Makhachev is pound for pound number one. He's the best fighter in the UFC. He's on path to being one of the greatest UFC fighters of all time, if not the GOAT. And I think this year is going to defend his belt twice successfully. And then 2026, we're going to be talking about double champ or moving up. And with that, the reason I don't think he's going to move up in 2025 is because I think Bilal Muhammad is going to remain champion for most of the year. I think he's going to defend his belt in the middle of the year against Shavkat Rakhmonov by brutal, almost unwatchable 49-46 fucking decision. And people think I'm trolling. Bro, I said that before UFC 310 and now people are kind of buying in. Now people are kind of seeing the fucking vision here. People are seeing the vision. People call me a fraud. See the vision, Bedtime. Because I was right about Shavkat Rakhmonov. And I'm right that Bilal Muhammad's going to beat Shavkat Rakhmonov and then he's gonna lose to this man. Listen, kid.
Okay. Welterweight. Like I said, I believe Islam will go up and fight Bilal if it comes down to that. It's just what I believe. I hear Habib saying, "I'm not Bilal's coach. I help Bilal. He come from time to time, but I am not Bilal's coach." So like, he's kind of planting seeds there. So I have not. That's the only evidence I have to support that. Islam's getting bored. Islam says he's tired of giving opportunity. He's ready to an opportunity for himself. And he's ready for second belt. And Habib saying, Bilal, I'm not Bilal's coach, right? So I do believe Islam will move up. And if Islam moves up, I think he does beat Bilal Muhammad. And my answer would be Islam. Now, if Islam Makhachev does not move up, stays at lightweight because Bilal is champ, I think Bilal is going to be champ for the remainder of 2025. Here's why. I think he beats Shavkat. I do. I think he beats Shavkat, and then it's mucky towards after that. You know, you got Kamaru Usman versus Jack Della Maddalena. People are just already writing off Kamaru Usman as if he's going to get KO'd by Jack Della Maddalena. Kamaru Usman's going to wrestle, and he's going to wrestle heavy. He's going to wrestle often. If Gilbert Burns could do it, Kamaru Usman will have more success, right? So I wouldn't just write Kamaru Usman off, but I think Bilal is a bad matchup for Kamaru Usman because he's like a younger Kamaru Usman, right? With better knees, be honest, and more output. Not as much power, though, so it could be interesting that way. Jack Della Maddalena, like I said, the way Gilbert Burns was able to control the grappling and minimize risk, I think Bilal will do that as well, and Bilal is much tougher. Other welterweights, Joaquin Buckley, tough matchup. Joaquin does have the equalizer, but it's a tough matchup because he's going to have to be in on those hips. Bilal ain't Kobe. Kobe is not Bilal. You see what I'm saying? So it's tough. I think Bilal Muhammad's toughest matchup, and it sounds crazy, I think Bilal's toughest matchup at welterweight would be Ian Gary. Because of the length and the movement, he would be able to fight how we thought Leon Edwards would be able to fight. And Ian can scramble. His grapple is getting much and much, much better. Sounds crazy, but that's how I think that's Bilal Muhammad's hardest matchup at welterweight right now today. So, yeah, and I don't think Ian Gary will be fighting for a title in 2025. I just don't. I think he'll be close, and I think he might be more concerned about it in 2025, but I don't think he'll be fighting for a title. So, yeah. If Islam moves up, my pick's Islam. If Islam stays down, my pick is Bilal.
Let me tell you about Jack Della Maddalena, bro. Let me tell you about this guy, because this is the most badass welterweight on the planet, dude. And this guy's going to be fucking UFC champion, bro. Okay? I don't know how many times I have to fucking say this, dude. Beating Gilbert Burns is a better win than Shavkat Rakhmanov's win over Wonderboy. It should have been JDM fighting for the belt, but he got injured. That's why he's been gone. That's why people fucking shit on him for that fight against Gilbert Burns. And yes, I'm bringing this up again. I'm sorry. I know there's one. Oh, bro, you bringing this up again? Yes, I am. Okay, dude. I just think it's funny. I just think it's funny how JDM gets shit on for being 1-1 with Gilbert Burns coming off a fucking title elimination bout.
It was just eye-opening. That's all it was. It wasn't not shitting on the dude. It was eye-opening because Gilbert Burns is not a great wrestler. Has good BJJ. It's not a great wrestler. There's a lot of wrestlers that are better than Gilbert Burns. The champion happens to be one.
Oh, right? With a broken arm, still pieces him up the entire fight. Everyone hates Merab and Movsar for doing fucking nothing in the grappling. Gilbert Burns gets glazed to fucking shit for just laying on JDM, breathing heavily. And people think this guy isn't good enough to be a champion. I think he's going to beat Kamaru Usman. I think Usman's going to come back and look old as fuck. I love you, Usman, but come on, bro. This guy's like 38, dude. He's going to come back and look old just like Colby Covington because he's coming off a huge fucking layoff. JDM's going to piece him up on the feet. Probably get taken down a couple of times, get back up because Kamaru Usman has no fucking submissions. And his boxing is...
Just because he doesn't have submission doesn't mean he doesn't have control.
Terrible. And I think JDM's going to beat him by decision.
Boxing's not terrible. It's not as good as JDM's, but it's not terrible.
And win the belt, dude. I love Bilal Muhammad. I would love to be wrong. Like, that's the beauty of this prediction, bro. Is that I'm either right that JDM's champion or, oh man, I was wrong. And Bilal Muhammad stays dominating the fucking welterweight division. These are my options. I love my life, dude. Welterweight's goated. It's either going to be JDM or it's going to be Bilal. I think JDM's going to get the belt. If he gets a title shot, I think he's winning that shit, dude. So JDM is my pick in the welterweight division. And I move on to the middleweight division. This is one that I feel like is not...
Damn, I ain't think about middleweight. Damn, I did not think about middleweight. That's the one. That's the only one I didn't think of. Oh, shit.
Not as controversial as JDM. I think most people would kind of see my...
It's Hamzat or DDP. It's Hamzat or DDP for me. I love Kyle Berhalo. Kyle Berhalo is one of my favorite fighters on earth right now. He's a fucking beast. I love Fluffy, but no. Hamzat would crush Fluffy in the first round. He just would. Imavov, I'm not taking Imavov seriously. I think Izzy will beat Imavov. It's DDP or Hamzat. It's DDP or Hamzat. I'm gonna pick Hamzat Chimaev.
Point with Umar and agree with the other ones that I've made. JDM's probably the most controversial one I've made so far. I think most people would agree that the middleweight champion, it's either gonna be Dricus du Plessis. I didn't say Dricus was going to lose the belt. I just said he won't be champion at the end of the year, mate. Totally fucking different, okay? It's either going to be Dricus or it's going to be...
Bro, I don't give a fuck about this, bro.
Yeah, it's one of those two I agree, and I'm picking Hamzat.
Bro, I want
I'm picking
to fucking smash fuck everybody, bro. They have to give me the belt, man.
Guys, I'm sorry, it's not Robert Whittaker. I know some of you guys thought I was going to get a hit. Mate, Whittaker fucking winning the belt back, bro. He's going to fucking rebound against Baralho with that 1-2 head kick down the middle. And then he's going to get the belt back. It's not Whittaker, bro. I think Chimaev is winning the fucking belt, dude. Chimaev literally only has to fight one time this year. He's already guaranteed a title shot. We know this. We know Dana White is just waiting to get in front of that yellow fucking screen that he stands in front of every time.
Hate seeing ads?
Oh,
it's almost 2025. You don't have to anymore.
Really?
The internet is almost unusable.
What's going on, fight fans? We got a badass fight. Hamzat Chimaev versus Dricus. You know he's already waiting to drop that the second Dricus beats Sean Strickland in Australia, right? And I just, like, how the fuck am I supposed to pick Dricus? Listen, I love the Dricus du Plessis plot armor. I love how goofy he is, dude. I think it's hilarious. The way that he manages to beat all these guys. And he's actually becoming very good. Like, it's not even him goofballing his way through these fights. I mean, he did faceplant a couple times against Izzy, but he actually looked dominant, right? But it only goes so far, bro. How the fuck is Dricus supposed to beat Hamzat Chimaev? You can clip this if you want. If I'm wrong, I'll be fucking very impressed. How the fuck is Dricus going to beat Hamzat Chimaev, dude?
It is
How
tough.
is he going to do it? Because he got taken down pretty...
He will be able to master physicality. He will. He will be able to master physicality. And off that alone makes the fight interesting. Because nobody has been able to master physicality. Kamaru Usman's the closest guy that's been able to master physicality. DDP is much more physical. At the point that Usman was and DDP is now, much more physical. So that does make the fight much more interesting.
Quickly by Robert Whittaker. His grappling is very good, but he also makes a lot of dumb mistakes early on. Like, this guy almost got guillotined by fucking Darren Till. I just think Chimaev's going to run across the cage and take him down and submit him in round one. I think that's not ridiculous. That's not ridiculous to say that. So I think that Hamzat Chimaev is going to be middleweight champion by the end of 2025. I do want to say this, though. It is funny how every year I feel like I've said this. Like, I feel like since 2022, 2023, I've been like, dude, Chimaev's winning the belt this year, boys. Chimaev's winning the fucking belt. And then this guy just pulls out of every fucking fight. But I'm hoping if he shows up in 2025, he will win the belt. I believe that. Chimaev is my middleweight champion of 2025. Let's move on to the light heavyweight division. And this is probably where
he's probably going to say Big Ant.
People
I know
get mad. Okay?
I know he thinks, I know that he thinks Ankalaev beats Pereira. I don't. I think Pereira's going to light Ankalaev's legs the fuck up. Limit that mobilization, that mobility, I mean. Limit the shots and KO him in like third, fourth round. That's what I think's going to happen. I think Pereira's actually going to move up by the end of it. See, the thing is, you don't know. Because I think John Jones and Tom Aspinall is going to happen. And the thing is, you never know with John. John fights whenever John fights. So if John doesn't fight till late next year, well, shit. I think either way, Alex Pereira will be the champion and he'll move up in a fight at heavyweight at some point. but he'll still be light heavyweight champion. So if he loses, I can see him go back down to light heavyweight. Well, I lost. Oh well, I'll go back down. You know what I'm saying? So the pick is Alex Pereira. Long story short.
And I don't do this to make you mad. I'm not doing this to you. I'm doing this for you, okay?
Okay.
I'm putting my hand on your shoulder right now. Listen, brother. Big Ank is coming, okay?
Big Ank's getting knocked the fuck out, dude.
Dude, Big Ank is coming, bro. He's gonna fucking get He's gonna get Poatan, bro. I think Magomed Ankalaev is winning the fucking belt, dude. The thing about Pereira is he's good enough to beat Ankalaev. Don't mistake this as me being like, oh yeah, Pereira's a fraud, dude. That's not the type of person that I am when I talk about fights. My thing is, Alex Pereira was getting pieced the fuck up by Khalil Roundtree.
Khalil Roundtree is a great fucking striker and might be the only guy who can match Magomed's speed. Every time he says something, I'm gonna combat that with something. Magomed Ankalaev's legs were getting destroyed by Jan Blachowicz and getting pieced up unchecked by Alexander Rakic. He cannot do that against Alex Pereira. Would you like to disagree? No? Okay.
Khalil fucking Roundtree.
Khalil Roundtree's fucking good.
Darius, basically. And I just feel like Pereira, every time he shows up, he looks older and older. Dude, you cannot lie that he's like 37. He's pulling up. He's looking fucking old in the face, dude. I think he's gonna show up against Magomed Ankalaev.
You know, he makes a lot of predictions off. I think they're gonna look old.
After all this, like, not even duck.
Until a fighter shows me that they're declining, and I disagree with him by saying he looks older and older. Until the athlete shows me that they're declining, I'm not gonna assume that okay, this is the fight that they're gonna decline, because we do that with athletes and it bites us. Like we do that with Jose Aldo. Okay, this is the fight he's gonna decline. He's gonna decline against this fight. This fight against Alexander, goddamn, against Jonathan Martinez. He's old. He's declining. Jonathan Martinez, the young hungry, he beats fucking destroys Jonathan Martinez. So
I'm not even gonna say ducking. You can call it what you want. Avoiding, trying to set up other fights. This guy's calling out Jamal Hill for a rematch, and people aren't fucking calling him out for it. But regardless, I think every time a champion does that, when they finally fight the guy that they were supposed to fight, they never win. And they just prolong it and they get older. Ankalaev's younger than Pereira. He's a great striker. He has the threat of the wrestling. He's not going to submit him. He's more likely to land dangerous ground and pound if he takes down Pereira early on, which we've seen Pereira get taken out early on by fucking Yuri Prohaska.
Okay. Once again, that fight was over a year ago. A lot changes in that time.
And let's go for that. And, Jan Blachowicz, I think fucking Ankalaev is going to beat him, dude. I really do think that's going to happen. I could see Pereira, having a rematch with him and winning it, but I'm just going to say Ankalaev will be champion by the end of 2025 in the light heavyweight division. I know you guys don't like this. Hey, I know you guys don't like this, but this is truth, brother. I think Ankalaev is going to be champion. No bullshit. I seriously think this, okay? Last one, heavyweight division.
Tom Aspinall.
I mean, come on, dude.
Tom Aspinall.
Sergey Spivak, he's going to be champion. Nah, come on, dude. It's Tom Aspinall, bro.
It's Tom Aspinall.
It's literally Tom Aspinall. He's already the fucking champion of the division, bro.
I don't think we need to, explain this one. Tom Aspinall's going to beat John Jones if it happens, or if it doesn't happen. I think the fight's going to happen. Tom Aspinall's going to beat John Jones, or if it doesn't happen, he's just going to get elevated. He's not going to have to, fight. Okay, now you're going to fight against another number one contender to become. No, he's going to get elevated to the heavyweight title. Dana already confirmed it. So, yeah, that's that. I think we're only going to see Tom Aspinall fight once next year, because I think John Jones is only going to fight once next year. Depends. I can see International Fight Week's the rumor. I would love that. Holy shit, I would love that. And if that's the rumor, then I can see Tom Aspinall getting back in there before that year ends. John Jones wins? Shit. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. If that's International Fight Week, that would be fucking amazing. Oh, that would be amazing. That would be my third straight International Fight Week that I've attended. That would be amazing. So, I hope that is the case. Like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed this one. Only one upload today and one upload tomorrow. Sorry, I apologize. We'll get back to double uploads come Monday. Like, comment, subscribe. You ain't gotta go home, but you gotta get up out of here. How about that algorithm? Why don't just share this video, man? Damn, get them comments. They gotta go home, but you gotta get up out of here, man. Yeah.